Now, Cambodia. Let's see how those people actually doing. So first of all, we're gonna start with population, see exactly what we deal with, and then we're gonna look exactly how those people live in this country. Now, population, Cambodia, around 18 million people and still rising. You see here, but the growing rate pretty much stay consistent, I would say, and also kind of on a low trajectory. We're gonna see that immediately. Now, 1955, only around 5 million people with 2.25% increase, and that will be translating roughly in 100,000 people. And also migration on minus 5,000, let's call it like that. Median age around 17 years old. Fertility rate, again, one of those nonsense, 6.5. And urban population around 10%, so not that much actually. 2025, you can see here the population raise more than 3 times, around, like I say, 18 million people, and still rising at a rate around 1.2%. That will be roughly a bit above 200,000 people, and migration still on minus with minus 30,000 around that. Median age 26 years old. Fertility rate now down to earth, much more manageable number, but still too high, 2.5, and urban population around 26%. So I have to expect that a lot of people are going to live outside the cities, so most likely they're gonna have small communities. Let's see. Now 2015, in the future, we're gonna look now around 22 million people. The yearly change is going to be 0.6 this time, and that will be in around 130,000 people, with a migration on the minus around 30,000. Median age 32 years old, and fertility rate 2.04. Now I have no idea of if those numbers are actually accurate, how well they're doing, but it seems like it could be probably lower in reality by 2050, but we're gonna see that. Urban population around 42%. Now, life expectancy, pretty good, I would say. Look at both sexes, 71 years old, females 73, and males 68. So not a huge one. Look at this. Wow, that was definitely a war here, I would say, or some, I don't know, bad data, let's call it like that. Yeah, not so bad actually. Infant mortality rate 18.1, and the death under age of 5 21.7. So clearly the medical system doesn't exist there. Now pyramid, yeah, it looks pretty sharp, I would say. Again, some small increase in male surplus. The base pretty solid, I have to say. Look at this, it is pretty solid. We're gonna see with time this base is gonna get narrow and narrow, especially you can see the population is getting older, and also fertility rate drops quite significantly. Now economically, well, again, 18 million people, 51 billion US dollars, and that will translate roughly in 150 billion US dollars PPP. Per capita growing rate, look at this, not that much, but again, even with such much small GDP, you need to have like 15% increase, something like that, even more. Something insane to actually make some sense. GDP per capita nominal around 3,000 US dollars, so that's pretty much nothing, and PPP around 8,000, 9,000 US dollars. By sector, it's gonna be 25% in agriculture, 32 in the industry, and 41 in the service. So yeah, you can see inflation 2%, pretty good, I would say. You can see in these countries, low GDP ones, the cheapest good like agriculture, it's gonna take a big sector, and also industry and services. Usually, as you can see in the West, those are the ones that actually increase the economic, not that high. Now, main export in USA, Germany, and they import a lot from China, Thailand, Vietnam, and Singapore. That doesn't make much interesting to me. Corruption index, well, corruption, it is pretty interesting. You can see very corrupt country, so that would be interesting to see exactly what to expect there. Let's look at them by numbers. Where is Cambodia? Look at this, 21, only 2021. So yeah, and they stay pretty much unchanged. This is since 2012, I guess, this course. Right now, probably they improved that, but it's interesting to see where they come from. Now, historically, well, I'm not sure exactly how much important is that. Clearly some French influence, I would say, in the region. So we're gonna see some, hopefully, good stuff there when you look at the architecture. I hope so. So now let's dive into it. Let's see exactly how those people actually live and see how well or how bad they're doing. I'm gonna start here in the northeast of the country. Something happened here, which is pretty interesting. Let's check this one first. Let's see how well those guys are doing. Yeah, not that much actually happening here. It's just some guys making some nice 360 in the at the galaxy. Let's call it like that. Whew, pretty nice so far. Yeah, I'm here that they are pretty well, as well as they can be on the tourist industry. Again, 50 billion US dollars, not gonna change anything. Like I say, it's pretty much nothing. But yeah, especially for that many people, these 360 are actually very very good quality. So kudos for those guys who make it. This is from 2021. They look amazing, I have to say. Just very nice place to be right there. Now let's go more to an urban area. Let's see what can we expect when we introduce people in equation. Yeah, the quality of the 360 drops significantly. That's the first thing I can see. If you don't make it to good 360, don't post it. It's just, what's the point of that? Let's check the roads here. Ooh, this is pretty much in the middle of nowhere. This is from 2013, and even from the satellite we can see there was actually a road here. Look at this. So they improvement quite significantly. So all of this now they have tarmacs, let's call it like that. Yeah, here a lot of garbage. Kind of doesn't make sense now to check it because clearly that's extremely old one and doesn't make that much sense to see it. They have some stores there. Yeah, not that well, let's say, with Google Street View because it's a very old one and kind of distort the data here. But even back like, I don't know, more than 10 years ago, they have a pig in the middle of the street and a geese, I think it is. I don't think it's a duck. Maybe a duck, no? A duck or a geese? I have no idea what that is. Pretty... Wow, what the fuck is that? Pretty bad, I have to say. Hopefully, I mean, clearly the condition improved here. They have this fresh new paved roads. They got a long way. Let me check this one. So yeah, they have dirt roads back then, so clearly not a great idea, but again, I prefer a smooth dirt road than a very bumpy tarmac one. So far, yeah, it's the middle of nowhere. They have some banana trees, which I like it. Yeah, it is pretty rudimentary area. Let's move to the cities now. Here we have some high expectation. Hopefully those data is gonna be much newer, but 2014, yeah, just 1 year newer. So yeah, clearly even here they probably improve a lot. Constructions, well, a bit tall on the tall side, especially when you have those low buildings right side to it. So clearly the urban code is not that great. I prefer a house like that. It looks much better. Some garbage here, I don't like it. The road doesn't look that well, but again, this is 2014, so probably they improvement by now. That's a nice Toyota. Yeah, the houses here, it looks pretty standard, I would say. Nothing amazing so far, but again, the road pretty much horrible condition. Hopefully, like I say, that got improved. This house here, well, they have some nice architectural element. It's definitely much better than those apartment buildings. But those apartment buildings, they have such a small construction here, then they just came with this monstrosity. Probably it's a hotel or something here, not an apartment building, but still a bad place to put them. What is that? It looks like a spaceship. This is probably some praying space here. The road, again, pretty much in existence here. I have no idea what that does, but it looks pretty cool. Again 2014, now 2013, not so well indeed. If I have to make an observation here, I would say that Google has to go back and make those street views again. The quality is good, so clearly it was made, I guess, by Google. Their cars, as you can see here in the shadow. But yeah, that's old data. We need new data to actually make some realistic commentary. Not from more than 10 years ago. Yeah, it's a wide road, I have to say. Not insanely amount of the cables like we saw in other countries. A lot of scooters. Cars back in 2013, they were pretty good. Not brand new, but pretty good again. Wow, a lot of scooters here. A lot of chaos. Those apartments building looks pretty strange, but again, it's a much better one than those, like I say, those insanely communist Soviet era ones. I have no idea what they say. New village. Welcome to the Ban Lang Market advertising city. What is this? It's a beer. Cambodia beer, so clearly a local brand. Yeah, it's a market here. It's a market, and they have some parts here. Ooh, a lot of garbage also. Look at this. So yeah, not a great area, I have to say. But who knows? Maybe they got change. Again, we're working with old data. It is what it is. We have to make the best from what you have. A lot of garbage here, which I don't like it. The road is missing, which is pretty much no road. But again, it's better than have a pothole one. Here they have some tarmac, and it looks pretty good, I have to say. They got covered by the dirt. It is decent, let's call it like that. Now, whoever stays here should clean in front of his yard, in front of his house. It does look horrible. Other people just looking, wow, what is that? It's an alien. It's an invasion. Yeah, not that much information you can see there. There's some small towns, small villages, whatever you want to call it. Here, this is from 2017, so a bit newer, but again, the quality just no thank you. Oh, this one is much better. This is 2022, so let's see if they improved. No, the same deck here, but the lake looks pretty nice. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can actually go to swim in it. Probably they forbid them for whatever reason, which I think it sucks, because the point of this is to actually enjoy it. I have no idea what, probably the same thing that I said, that you cannot please put on a life jacket when you're swimming. Oh, why one needs jack? Just want to enjoy the life, not having those fucked up ones. But they keep on safety, so who knows, maybe those kids, they need to wear it. The adults don't need it so much. It's a gift shop or something like, I don't know, shops here. Clearly they try to develop some business around this lake, which again, I'm not sure how well they're doing, but at least they're trying. This is from, again, 10 years ago. Pretty basic, pretty rudimentary. This is a banana tree farm. Doesn't look that well, but and some fire in the background. From the satellite we can look that the roads looks pretty much the same, so not that much actually changed there. Let's check this one. Yeah, it sucks when we have those 360 and Street View, which is good, but they're so old. Things definitely changed in the last 10 years, so I assume everything we see here, hopefully it's gonna be actually better. Yeah, this bridge doesn't look that well, and a lot of garbage in this, not a lot of garbage, but some garbage here, which I don't like it, you can see. Otherwise, pretty nice, I would say. Pretty nice because it's very basic. That's a lot of things that the Western people actually like when you go to those countries. Just not want to see a lot of, especially in the countryside, not that many, let's say, modern things. Even like tarmac, even like paved roads, just nice dirty one is pretty nice for us. We like it even more. Yeah, let's see. So probably you can have some nice vacation in some small villages if you have some, let's say, way of transportation and also easy to and safe ways to arrive there. Here again is pretty old, more than 10 years ago. A lot of garbage, no road. This looks like a school. I'm not sure. It looks like that. Again, garbage. Even back then, we can judge it still. not a great way. Here we have some errors. Yeah, I mean, come on, you can't live like that. Look at this, just in front of your shop, all that garbage. It's kind of fucked up. From the satellite, it looks like, again, they have paved roads now, so again, really good improvement. On this one, again, probably from the 10 years ago, yeah, more than 10, 12 years ago. Doesn't look that well, but still, for a tourist, pretty nice, I have to say. Anything else what we can see here? Hopefully, let me sure that we don't go outside the border. So yeah, let's move on to this coast. Wow, what's happening here? How many street views they have here? Let's look first here. Maybe you get a glam of a new one. So far, pretty basic. This is 2022. Okay, so pretty recently we have some cows here, and I don't know exactly what is this. It's a donkey that small, or a cow? They look kind of skinny here, cows. I don't know exactly what's happening. Banana trees, but I don't see bananas. But I do like it. Yeah, here some garbage in front of your house. Pretty fucked up. Dirty roads, not so bad. Like I say, don't mind about that. A lot of cows on stand. Look at this. How many cows they have here? Again, the same architecture when you put the house on those poles and just stay above it, which is pretty interesting way to do it. I have no idea what they say there. They're buying cars, they're selling cars. I don't know. Again, the same architecture style, which is not actually that bad. Banana trees. I can't wait for my banana trees. Oh, they have bananas. Look at them. This is how they grow bananas there. Phew, I can't wait from my tree to have bananas. Yeah, those garbages, clearly I blame the population here, the people who actually live there. What else can we see? Clearly a very small community in this part, but they extend it to others, so looks a bit, let's say, Western Europe, when you have pretty much almost every single land occupied. Now, three girls here, 2 humans on that scooter. I like their freedom, no hammers, no nothing. I am a big fan of that, but again, you have to assume that risk that you're gonna crack your skull if you go if that wheel doesn't stay on the ground. What else can we see? The roads, when they have it, this is 2023, so pretty good. Again, the problem with garbage, they have a lot of problem with garbage here for whatever reason. I'm not sure exactly how the city copes with that, but clearly that they need a lot of improvement. Garbage improvement, medical system, and probably also education. But roads, when they have it, it seems to look pretty decent. When they don't, they have one of those dirt roads, like I said, okay, one of those. I say maybe I prefer also a dirt road than have like a fucked up, full of potholes tarmac one. Pave road, let's call it pave road now. This one probably again looking very well. Yeah, they look pretty good, I have to say. The roads are actually, oh, look at this, it's a lot of windy there. No banana, I think, in that tree. That guy on the bike, I'm not sure he's gonna arrive home with that so much wind here. Yeah, garbage everywhere. Garbage, a huge problem here. They have to fix that. Look, wherever I look, I find some garbage. Oh, that's a nice palm tree. Again, road pretty decent, I have to say. Now let's go on the beach. Let's see exactly how those. I didn't check exactly how those country has the. I don't have this part of the country. What the fuck? So the opening to the sea is not exactly a huge one. Let's start from this one, because apparently that is not. That is a border, I guess. Let me check this one very quickly. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a border. Yeah, that's a pretty basic border also. Whoa, it's expensive cars here. So wow, we're getting in a money area. Oh, look at this. That's a nice Lexus right there. That's an Audi Q7. That's a Mercedes. No, that's a Mercedes. Sorry, but they have. That's a Toyota. They have expensive cars here. Oh, that was a Land Rover. Did you see that? Look at it. That's an extremely expensive one, even from Europe. Ooh, they have some money here. Close to the border, they have some money. But now we are here to see the sea coast. Let's check this road here. I'm not sure exactly what you should see in this country, but probably the forest, I would say, on the first thing you should see. Oh, somebody just walk here that much on this island. Wow, look pretty decent. At least no, they don't have garbage there, which is pretty good. Now I see this, they don't have that much opening to the sea, but at least they have some, so clearly some huge economic potential, but you have to tackle that potential. You just have the potential and not doing anything about it. A lot of garbage here, probably from those guys, which is kind of fucked up. Yeah, those houses, they're pretty much gone. Ooh, we have some road here. Let's check this one. Pretty decent. Not that many people using it, so probably it's gonna last forever. What else can we see? Oh, we have a city here right on the coastline. I want to check the beach first, because I don't know why they have the expectation that it's just gonna be like a paradise or something, but clearly it's not. It's just some pretty basic one, which is fine. It's not a huge problem. Those are probably fishing vessel, or maybe full with tourists, I don't know. Question so far, why would you come here? Well, no idea. The economic doesn't do that well, population is still growing, infrastructure not so well. Those fucked up buildings exist even here, a lot of garbage everywhere. So far I don't see a very good reason, but again, maybe you are in the area, in the China area, and you wanna say, hey, I'm not gonna come back second time in this region, might just see this one right now, so I can actually check on my list, I guess. Some people do that. Wow, those are like Mercedes. That's an S-Class, I think. Those are expensive cars here. Wow, Lexus, Audi again, though. Yeah, and now is the poverty here. You can see clearly the difference. A lot of garbage here. Just the skyline of the city just fucked up pretty much. Yeah, for those countries, God no, I have no idea how should they tackle even the problem. Like I said, especially from the point of the regular guy, like you, for example. Like let's say you live in this country, a lot of garbage everywhere, for God's sake. When you have those buildings like this, especially in the urban area, I thought I saw McDonald's for a second. Should stay in this one, should leave, should trying to make a life outside the country. No idea, really no idea how you can actually tackle those problems. Again, another expensive cars here. That's a 7 Series BMW. This is 2023, so already 2 years from now, 2 years behind us. That car was looking pretty decent. Lexus, a lot of them. So clearly, again, rich people, poor people, all over the world, just the way it is. I'm not condemning that in any way, shape or form. It's just an observation. But fix the garbage, for God's sake. There's way too much garbage. Pretty much everybody look there. Why you have that? That's a serious problem, I would say. Look at this. I don't know exactly what's happened there. That's from the demolition, but still it looks horrible. And here at least they have the garbage in a bag, so that's pretty good. At least now we're waiting for the trash the garbage truck to come. But here, yeah, it doesn't look that well. And on the other side the same. Look at this. Now a lot of garbage everywhere. How much garbage those countries produce? This here in West, they say, oh, the Europeans and the Western world produce so much garbage and they're gonna flow those countries here, but clearly they have a lot of garbage from themselves pretty much everywhere. So I'm not sure about that statement that the Western world produced so much garbage and they pretty much export it to those poor countries, when I can clearly see when humans are in those countries, There are pretty much garbage everywhere. Those guys do windows. Oh, that's nice. I used to work in the window industry. Glass, aluminium, windows, door, cabin, and more. They make it from aluminium. Wow. So no fucking around with the PVC ones. Just go straight for aluminum. Probably it's not gonna be, I don't know exactly the climate here. It's not gonna be a very efficient one because don't might need it that much. Again, garbage everywhere. But yeah, I am pleasantly surprised to see that they go straight for aluminum. Don't fuck around with plastics, which is good. No, what the fuck? Just give me the post holes. Let me check again. Let's check this part of the... No, what the fuck is wrong with them? Wow, a lot of street view here, so very nice. Can actually see every single thing here. Hopefully you're not gonna see garbage. Yeah, garbage again. Yeah, and this is not European or Western garbage, let's face it. They're from local source, let's call it like that. So don't blame anymore the Western world from the garbage in those countries. They produce the garbage themselves. It's way too much garbage, way too much, and just not even throw it in one place. You can say, okay, the garbage truck is gonna come there and pick it up. No, just pretty much toast them whatever they feel like it. Road pretty good. Housing, well, clearly they construct a few things, new houses here, but from the same bricks. This one has hole in it, so okay, at least they have that, but they're very small. Which is kind of gonna be like small flimsy walls. I'm not sure exactly how strong those is gonna be, but at least they have holes, they breathe. Let's say the wall is gonna breathe. A lot of garbage again here, so yeah, I have to say that way too much garbage in this country. Let's see another road here. Pretty close between communities again. This is 2023, so pretty recently. The road is pretty much missing here. Those guys, I'm not sure exactly what they're doing here. Maybe they dig a well. In this area, I would say if you live here, I don't know why they make the blur that much, probably because they don't want to show the garbage. Yeah, if you live here pretty much in the middle of nowhere, you're gonna have a lot of quiet, but also you're gonna kind of live alone there, so we have to be careful with that. Now here a lot of cows here we have. Those cows, for me, they look very skinny. I'm not sure exactly how they feed them, but clearly not so well. Or maybe this is how they look. I mean, that's the species. I don't have it. I'm not a cow expert, I have no idea, but for me they look very skinny. Yeah, road missing here, but again, pothole one or the dirt one, your choice. Here they seems to have a nice road, and they do, with garbage. Yeah, from architecture point, not surprised, not something wow, pretty basic, I would say. It's just not even not that much traditional houses, I would say. We have an example with just one. I'm not sure even it's a house there, just probably some praying space. But yeah, not that house could be pretty much anywhere, so not that impressed, I have to say. But the roads, when they have it, pretty nice. And you can see the community pretty much develop around the main road. Here on the second one, let's call it like that, they don't even have a road. So this is our flooded area here. Probably they have rice there, I have no idea. It's a nice house. I want to see this house. It's pretty decent one, but now that's kind of, this flood area is kind of close to me to make me feel that comfortable. Small communities, like I said, not many people live in the urban areas, so most of them. Oh, that's a nice building here. Ooh, that's a nice one. So at least they live, most of them, I would assume, in an individual house. so you don't live one of those insane fucked up apartments, which is good. That's actually even better. Now, how are you gonna develop an economy like that when you have pretty much population spread around the country? Well, it's not gonna be easy, that's for sure, but at least they do not live in those fucked up apartments, which is good. Now, this region is pretty nice. Wow, looks pretty good here. Probably this is where the tourists go. Clearly inside the main cities or even the regular one, not that much to see. Probably they have a few resorts each and there, but definitely the main one is gonna be in those nice areas. Now this house, pretty basic I would say, and it's quite interesting. I don't think anybody lives there anymore, but it looks pretty nice, I have to say. If it's cheap enough to actually build one of those every month, let's call it like that, you're pretty safe. You're pretty safe there. And here we have the more modern one, I guess. No, pretty much the same. Now they have some roof now from steel. Wow, much more modern, but still not so well. But hey, if they have like a nice life here, nice quiet one, pretty good, and some banana trees like this, pretty good, I have to say, pretty decent. Wow, that's a nice palm tree there. That's the thing when you go in these places, like you have the palm tree and banana tree in the yard. That's pretty much exotic to me. Just you kind of made it in life when you have that. So good for you. But yeah, I know there's way too many other things than just that. Again, some garbage here and here, and probably provide them from there. Clearly some farm here, whatever that is. This is from 2023, so pretty recently, which is good. That's a different house there. I am curious, when they have those they seem like they have those banana trees everywhere. They just probably nobody's gonna buy banana in this country. It's just gonna, hey, go home from the school, you see a banana tree with a banana them, it's just, that's your breakfast, that's your lunch, that's your dinner. This is how you eat it there, just street food, literally street food, not processed food. This guy is selling something here, I have no idea, but clearly they do some business here in this area. Oh, they have some water too, so not exactly that poor. Look at this, they have a well here, 100%, so that's good. And probably those are again for sale. Pretty nice, I have to say. Pretty basic, not that well maintained, and not that well thought in the first place, but come on, what can you expect? Let's check those houses. Wow, here this is 2023, so I expect no paved roads even today. Looks like in a western country or a western movie. Here garbage again, yeah, just fucked up. I'm not sure what they try to do there, probably to have some solid ground when it rains, I guess. House is pretty decent, but again, I probably prefer one of those, I don't know how they call it, natural house that make from banana leaves or whatever that was. It was pretty nice, interesting looking one, but clearly this much more solid construction is gonna last much longer, but also much more expensive. Garbage, and again garbage. Way too much garbage in this country, for God's sake. Why you have so much garbage? It doesn't look well at all. This guy is probably selling rocks, and also they make a fire in the front of the yard. I don't know, maybe this is how they cooking, who knows. They have electric powers, I think, yeah. So I see some cables, that's the interesting house. At least they have that, so ideally they should use that as much as they can. Well, what can I say so far about this country? Not so many nice things, let's call it like that. It's just pretty basic. You can see that economics, you can see how much it was per capita, was around 3,000 US dollars. So yeah, not even 5,000. Way too small to do much but we saw some other countries that they did pretty okay with what they have. So yeah, I kind of started like those houses, just have the table downstairs, they get the dinner there and all that stuff, and then just go up to sleep. It's a pretty interesting way to do it. A house like this, it looks pretty nice, and you have this nice view. You have these palm trees. I don't see the banana trees anywhere, so that doesn't look like banana tree. So probably they should have one, and better fences if they need it in the first place. Probably we don't need the fences there. But again, it is pretty interesting to have like one of those scooters and just riding here around. That would be a nice vacation. This is a nice house. I kind of like it. Look at this, small, not too small, not too big, I guess, just right amount of the house. Nice yard, have banana trees, pretty clean. Can see here in the front. Yeah, I don't see garbage, so pretty good. What else can we see? Again, scooters, like I said, no helmets, no nothing. This is like a village. This one I don't like it. They have some garbage there, but pretty good. Good for them. We have even a cow here in the field, and this is like March, so probably it's not gonna be that hot. I'm not sure. You have a store here. Now again, it's poverty. Now you can't go around that, but at least they try, I guess. They have like small communities with those people that actually trying to do better. Let's check this area. Yeah, I guess we kind of get everything what we came for. What is that? A construction in the middle of the sea? Wow. Oh, it's a lake, not a sea, but still. Huh. Pretty nice. That's actually interesting. A lot of people go for those kind of things, but again, I think what I saw in Sri Lanka, maybe I get lucky, I don't know, with a few street views there, 360 points, but I kind of like it, that region with the palm trees, close to the sea. That was a nice one. Here, well, I didn't find a place where I can actually say, wow, that's a nice place to live. Truly, they have some decent places, like I say, mostly outside the cities. In a cities like this, it's just, even if you are extremely super rich, like this guy with this Land Rover. Wow, where the fuck we are right now? Just got so fucked up. Even poor guy in the countryside. I guess it's gonna be like those two extreme, and I'm not sure exactly, because if you wanna go to school there and to university and you improve your life, you might have to go to the city, and that's kind of a defeat the purposes. But I guess you have to have the both lives here, just to be born in the poverty here and some luck to have some good opportunities to go to study in the cities, and from there can go either way. But yeah, money always a problem. Oh, what is this? That's a nice place here. That's definitely a tourist area. Oh yeah, definitely one. Yeah, I have no idea how those people actually can say that they crack the code of the good life. That's a nice palazzo. Probably they get a lot of money from the tourists here. I don't know exactly how much the ticket is gonna cost to go here, but clearly they have to make some decent money with these kind of things. Now, when you have like, how much it was, like 50 billion US dollar in for 18 million people, well, yeah, it's not gonna do much for their life. Thankfully for them, at least so far. Most of them living in a countryside, and you're not gonna see, like I said, those insanely fucked up apartments building. So they don't try, at least so far, to jam every single one of those people together. The problem, again, the population is still growing, so yeah, probably by the end of this half century, half of the century is not gonna have insanely much improvement. By the end of the century, maybe they're gonna see, but again, the population has to go down, and we're gonna see exactly where they stabilize the population, because they go above 22 million people and still growing. So yeah, that's not a good sign for them. Probably this one is the main city, judging for how we see it from the satellite. Now, not sure exactly how many people live here, but it seems to have those, again, fucked up buildings, a lot of traffic. Road's pretty good. Wow, that's an expensive car here. I'm not sure, probably it's the owner of those shops. Jewelry, probably this one, I'm not sure. And this one doesn't know exactly what they say there, but that's an expensive car. Even from the average European, that's no fucking way you're gonna, even the average Western, you're not gonna afford one of those. So clearly some guys here in the main city, they're doing very well from themselves, which is pretty interesting, pretty good. Yeah, those apartments not for me, even they look much better than the communist ones. Yeah, it seems like they like a lot of, oh, we have MSI here, we have Asus. Wow, that's something. So this is where the money goes. I'm not sure exactly what kind of prices they can have here. I'm not sure exactly what kind of salary those people have here, but who knows, maybe it's the same story, like they go in other country to work and then just spend the money here. Again, which I always say, it's a fucked up way of jumpstart an economy, but it is what it is, I guess. Now, here in the city, not, oh, that's a fucked up building. It's not something amazing, I have to say. It's just not for me. I prefer to live like I say in that country. It's a nice countryside, also not a fucked up one. A nice countryside. The problem is still how you make your money there, and most likely it's gonna do with hard labor, which is again even more fucked up. This street looks like a rich person street, judging by those buildings. Yeah, those look like rich person streets in my opinion. And we have this new construction here, and they have those nets, so clearly they have some regulation in construction, which is interesting. Pretty good, pretty good. Why are you moving so slow? I hate when Google does that. Ooh, pretty big building. Royal Group, Hong Lai Tuan Group Limited. So probably this is the company that construct the building. Oh, we have some helmets here on the motorcycle. So they enhance the safety here. Enhance the safety. Wow, it's a Porsche here. What is that? We have a Porsche Macan here. Ooh. I think it's a Macan. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a Cayenne? No, it's a Macan. I was right. Yeah, those are expensive cars here. So clearly this is a good area. Even this Range Rover. Oh, damn. Rich people, another Range Rover. Wow, that's definitely a rich person area. 100%. Yeah, with this barbed wire. Hopefully it's not actually a home, it's some military object, because it looks kind of fucked up. Yeah, those are expensive houses. Not sure exactly what those people doing, in what industry they work, but they're doing very well from themselves. Kind of a big houses in my opinion, but hey, it is what it is. Tall fences, so clearly the security's gotta be tight there. Nice Lexus, by the way. Nice Ford, American cars right there, boy. So yeah, they like that too. That's an expensive Toyota right there. Wow. So yeah, they like expensive cars. Some of them they can afford it actually. So yeah, some people they're doing very well, others very poorly, just the way it is. That's a huge house. This is the main city, I would say, and we kind of got there in the main area. Let's go side here. Let's see how those people actually live in these small parts. Well, not so well. We have some cows here, have some garbage here. I have no idea if that's a house or whatever it is, but doesn't look that nice. Those looks like a cage to me. Yeah, you can see instant poverty. So again, why would you choose to multiply yourself that much when you don't have that many to offer, that much to offer to your kids? It's a mystery to me, always gonna remain one. But like I say, it's probably they're gonna need another century to just improve realistically every single one of those people's life. So yeah, that's one. You can see the differences, how used to be that in a rich neighborhood and now how those people actually live. So clearly huge difference. Let's check this main street. This is probably the industrial area. A lot of garbage everywhere, as always. A lot of advertisement everywhere on those main strips. Not so well, I have to say. Well, this is Cambodia. I guess there's not much you can actually say about them anymore. We kind of saw how those people live. We see the difference, I would say, even here between rich and poor, how those actually live. That's an interesting car right there. Road pretty nice, but it's a brand new one, I guess, in 2014. So oof. Those are one of those lucky ones, I guess, that they have actually a paved road back 10 years ago. Whew, you should visit this country. Well, I guess it's the same problem. The Thailand is way too close to visit Cambodia, but if you are in the area and you have time and money to spare, well, why not? You are already there. Yeah, here even 2023 they're missing the road, but again, it looks very smooth road, even it's a dirt road, and also garbage everywhere. So yeah, that's the main problem. Fix the garbage. It's way too much garbage everywhere. I guess that was the video. Next we're gonna look at Malaya, or Malaysia we call it. So we're gonna look at Malaya, how those people actually live here, maybe better. Yeah, from Cambodia the same problem, and Cambodia, Laos, and even Vietnam, I would say it's Thailand as a tourist destination. Thailand always gonna be better so far. We're gonna look at Malaya. Malaya probably is gonna be a good bet. And that I am actually interested to see how those people actually live here. And also we're gonna check Singapore, but that's gonna be probably like in the next few days. So yeah, see you in the next one.